Hello everyone. Let's go back to our question. We just did actually the construction contracts, actually contract with customers here. We are provided with a construct price $8,000, then cost incurred today 2,000 and estimated cost to complete 3,000. And we are told that progress is based on the cost incurred to date as a percentage of the total expected costs. Now, we did part A and part B in the previous videos. You can just check them. But as for C, we are told that suppose the contract, this is a contract, not contact. Suppose the contract price was instead 4,500. So we presume that our contract price wasn't 8,000. It is no longer 8,000, but it is 4,500. What should we do? We are told, how would you have dealt with the situation? How are we going to deal with our situation at hand when we encounter something like this? First of all, you have to determine the overall profit or loss. So the actual overall profit or loss, you take the contract price, which is now 4,500 minus overall cost. Overall cost, you take cost incurred to debt, that is 2,000, and you add estimated cost to complete, that is 3,000, giving you a total of 5,000. So let's go to part C here. This is a solution for part C. First of all, so identify the overall profit or loss. Actually, it's overall profit or loss. So you have your new contract price at 4,500, and then you just go to the total contract cost. How are you going to obtain this? So here we are. You have cost incurred to date, that is 2,000, and then you have estimated cost to complete. Estimated cost to complete, that is 3,000, giving you a total of 5,000. Now, if you try to check this contract price minus total cost with the contract, you obtain negative 500, that is a loss. So you would have a loss of 5,000 because for the whole contract, we expect 4,500, but actually the cost we expect to incur actually amount to 5,000, meaning that there is a loss of 500. Now, as for IFRS 15, when you have a loss of 500, you have to recognize it in full. So we say, recognize the loss in full at 500 rather than just 200. How did you arrive at this 200? We'll see it later. So don't worry at all about this. So first of all, go to step 2. Step 2, as usual, we usually determine the contract progress, which is for the question, we have been told to take the percentage of cost to date over total costs. So cost to date over total cost is equals to 2,000 over 500. That gives you 40%. If you go back to the question, it was showing here in the question. Let us go to the question, back to the question here. Cost incurred to date is 2,000, but total cost equals to 2,000 plus 3,000. That gives you 5,000. So that's why we obtained that contract progress. All right, now we proceed. We just go to the statement of profit or loss now, in recognizing revenue as well as recognizing cost of sales. So how do we recognize revenue? As usual, you take the contract price, which was now 4,500 here, this one. So you have 4,500 and you multiply by the percentage completed during the year. So it is 40% minus 0%, which remains at 40%, and it gives you 1,800. And then you come to cost of sales just like normal. You just take your total cost, that is 5,000 here, 5,000, and you multiply by that 40% minus 0%, that remains at 40%. So you have 2,000 like this. So your revenue, that is 1,800 minus cost of sales, actually gives you a loss of 200, not 500 as seen there. But as I just told you, when you have a loss, we call this a onerous contract as per IFRS 37, provisions, contingent liabilities, and contingent assets. And since we have an onerous contract, we have to recognize a provision right away. So what do? Our contract showed us that we had an overall loss of 500, but actually we have already recognized the loss of 200. So we have to add an extra loss of 3,000 and we take it to the provision, giving you a total loss of 500. So this is what you'd have to do. That's why we say, in the statement of financial position, you have to recognize a onerous contract provision of 300 as per IAS 37. So you have to be very careful when dealing with these situations. I hope you have got me. So simply speaking, and just going back to the start of the question here, when given a question, first of all, identify the overall profit or loss. If there is a profit, recognize the profit as per what you have completed during the year. And then you proceed. If you have a loss, recognize the overall loss while including a onerous contract provision. And if you cannot reliably estimate what you have recovered so far, just record revenue at what you can recover. So that's what you have to do. Actually, thank you very much, and until next time.